Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus, and I'm back again. It's a little bit later in the day. Been shoveling some snow here in Minnesota, and you know it's a go for a joker my age, and I really hate doing it. Since I have to, probably would be okay if I didn't have to, just go out and exercise. But when you got to, woo! Anyway, as I was doing it, a thought crossed my mind, which might make it a little bit clearer if I shared with you about what it really means to have faith in God, what it really means to trust in the power that you can't see. Well, the power that you can't see, for you to, really know that, you got to have a union with the Spirit to get there. It's very difficult to believe that there's an airplane sitting in front of you if you can't see it. See it, then it's cool. If the plane is spiritual and you're not spiritually inclined, you can't see it. But if you are, then you can see that plane. So I wanted to see if I could take a situation that you can share with on the physical plane and on the spiritual plane as well, and see if we can get some kind of understanding about this life that we're living. I think I want to associate it with an institution that we have established that we really want to say we want to hold to a certain standard, and that's marriage. The man, the woman. The man, the woman. Most of the American people want to hold it to that standard and that standard alone, not woman and woman or man and man, but man and woman. Now, I'm talking about man and woman right now. Let's say that the rule is that if you're married, that you don't cheat on your spouse sexually. Now, there might be other things referenced to not cheating, but right now, for this discussion, uh, analogy, I'm talking about cheating. That means the husband doesn't cheat on the wife, and the wife doesn't cheat on the husband. That is the order of things. This keeps things working smooth and peaceful and joyous, okay? All right, let's say that this is a heavenly path. Let's just say, for this purpose, it's the heavenly path. No cheating. All right, let's say that the wife gets kidnapped, and the kidnapper wants to become a rapist. And she knows that this is something that she does not supposed to do. But the kidnapper threatens to kill her unless she submit, agree. What should she do? Should she submit? Well, if she wants to live, she's probably would consider doing what he said in order to continue to live. If she knew the truth, she probably wouldn't. But because most people don't know the truth, she'll probably decide that she want to live. Now, let's switch it to the guy. Let's say that the guy is kidnapped and he is propositioned to engage in sex with someone. Same situation with the woman. The rule is the same. No doing it. No, he has the same option. Do it and live. Don't do it and die. And the same result will come from him as it did the woman. If this guy doesn't know the truth, he will probably want to live. And if submitting to live, he'll do it. That's what the people do. That's what the natives did. That's what the black people did. I don't know about white people. I'm sure they did it somewhere too. It's all the way some people just submit. Submit. But the rule is do not submit. And you just can't find any justification when death comes to the road. Now, the Christian people said that there was a Jesus, a Messiah, came to save them. Now, they looked at saving them, as you talk about the scriptures, is the power you taking them off of the earth, whoop, taking them someplace else, picking them up, separating them, taking them someplace else. They see it that way because they cannot imagine that it would require them to make a change. rather than go someplace, mean change. I never heard anybody talk about it like that. But they take Jesus, and Jesus came down, they said, and Jesus took the same physical structure as man, just like a man, so he could be, and man could be compared with Jesus. Now they say that Jesus walked the straight and narrow, which means that Jesus is proposition and propositioned to engage. Knowing the truth, Jesus would not engage. Now, that means to all of you guys, the women and the men who believe in following Jesus, that you do not engage. Now, you say that Jesus paid a price for not engaging. Yes, Jesus did. And until the situation changes, you will as well. You will pay a price. Now, many of you have gotten the lesson that, well, Jesus paid the price and went on the cross. So even when you give in, don't worry about it. The price has been paid. You will still have the key to get in. That's not the message I got. And I think it's the message you should resist. Because it doesn't make sense to tell you you can do it. I've just shown you that you can do it. I'm a man just like you. The difference is that Jesus knew the truth. Jesus knew that this was nothing but the next step in life. And he was telling us the same thing if we could see it. It's the next step in life. You choose to stay here. This is like a cancer to those who know the truth. Those who know the truth will not stay here. But those who do not know the truth will bend their knees, bend their back, bend their head, and give in to whatever is going on. And even though you say you're against it, you still giving in. See, this is a test in life. Everybody gets this test. Everybody that's living gets this test. You will be challenged to join the hell that you were born into, and you were born into hell. Yes, this is hell. On earth is hell. You can be born with a gold in your mouth, silver spoon on every silver on your toenails or whatever. It doesn't mean anything. You still in hell. You think Musk isn't in hell? You see his situation different. He sees his situation different, but he has the pain, the same suffering that you have. You might have the house, more things are convenient for him like that, but the pain, the real pains, he got them just like you. He's threatened just like you. He might be more afraid than you. But anyway, the thing that I'm trying to say to all of us is that going to the cross is that test. Are you qualified? Do you know enough truth to pass that test? Americans don't. Americans don't know enough truth to pass that test. Now, what you do know is that the enemy is the one that wants to rob you. The enemy is the one that's lying to you, stealing from you, causing separation amongst you where you can have power. The enemy is the one that's taking a gun, trying to call Jews whatever they want to do to embarrass the Jews or put the Jews down, call black people whatever they want to call black people to put the black people down, and lift themselves up with the ability to grab the guns because they know they're going to control them and start killing everybody else. Now, is there any bigger evil than that? And guess what color that evil is? I don't know. But you can tell because it's got the guns going around killing folks. You can tell because it's trying to take away your votes. You can tell because they're gerrymandering and they're doing every kind of thing to make sure that they got the power to do everything to you and you got to kneel to them. See, that's what you're living in. Jesus came to set you free. Say, watch this. Ignore them. Tell them you're not going to do it. And when they want to kill you, walk to the cross and let them kill you. Why? Because that's the way out. You went through this before when you came through your mother's womb. You went out of one world into another one. When you came through your mother's womb, you went from one world to another. And when you stand the test with truth, you're going to be removed from this world to another, just like you came through your mother's womb. But this, my friends, is the test of where you are. Do you know God? If you know God, it's a simple matter. To hell with a brand new car in our house, and to hell with your bills being paid if you got to live where people are suffering, people living on the street, people can't get health care, people, you got to live in a world like that. To hell with you having $1 billion. Get your guns and come kill the man of God. That's what Jesus is saying to you. But you got to know that truth in order to make that step. People are not making that step. They don't know that truth. Malcolm X knew it. Martin Luther King knew it. And all those people that were engaged in that situation, they might not have known it. And I'm just saying that because people follow folks. They might not have known it, but they were following people who knew it. And they didn't kill anybody. They didn't become the aggressor of trying to make people submit their rights to these. No, they didn't do that. They were murdered because they were following Jesus. They were murdered because they were on the path that leads to life. So what does that mean? That means that they were going right on with the ones that they were following going. What do you think the people that following evil going? They going with the people who they following going. Now, does that mean they will never return? I don't know. No power has shared that to me. No power has shared that with me. But I do know what I'm telling you. So I just come and tell you that now, if it says don't cheat, it means don't cheat. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't cheat on your spouses? I'm saying that ain't up to me. The scripture says it. What is truth is what I tell you this. This is what I do tell you. Those that are held together by truth won't. Those who held together by truth won't. Why won't they? Because they know there's no better over there than right here. Because it's all in the head and in the heart. Anyway, I just wanted to say that if you want to think about whether you're on that right track, this is just another thought. Until next, Eddie Marcus saying bye.